up, y'all? Welcome back to Real Comic Book Talk. We at Baltimore Con. I know you'll see our live views, but we never forget where we came from. We're gonna do these independent. I forgot the word I was gonna say. Writers. I forgot. Woo! Yeah, so it's live. Anyway, Real Comic Book Talk again. We got Short Fuse Media. They got like 1,000 books. I can't afford all of them, but they got like 1,000. Pan the camera right quick. All of these. I got all of this. You better meet a little bit of everybody.
Here, we get signed.
Absolutely. All right, so first of all, we'll introduce you to one of the head of the company. He's not, but that's why I'm sizing it. he got to deal with his own balls.
He done gave me a promotion. I'm out here. I'm out here.
No raise though.
Yeah, no raise.
No money in it. All right, so can you give us, first of all, who you are? Tell us a little bit about Short Fuse Media.
Absolutely, man. Danny J. Quick. I write Ace Blade. I write Short Fuse Media Group. We're basically a group of independent comic creators who came together to try to push each other to make better stories, man. And you know, we all came down here to Baltimore Comic Con because they said that's what the business at, man. That's what they said the Real Comic Book Talk is.
You know where we at.
So you know that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make it, trying to make it happen. So we got Morgan here. He created Lumberjacks. That's his big axe right here. He does his thing.
Oh, no, come on and bring it in,
Hey, Morgan Iverson, that's the man. Got Kat Calamia over there. She writes books. She's got The Dancer and Like Father, Like Daughter. And Daniel's over there talking. He did books also. So, you know, we're trying to make it happen, man.
All right, so first of all, we're going to go right through the line. Tell us about Ace.
Ace Blade, bam. So Ace Blade, he's just a dude who wants to help in this community. He wears the purple, you know, I got the little shirt on, you know, he got some spade, but he's just a guy who wants to help in this community. And the whole story is about him choosing to be a hero or a villain. And then
he chooses a villain.
And then the first arc, you get to see whether he chooses to be a hero or a villain.
Please let it be a villain.
Hey.
Gosh, I need to be a villain.
Hey,
I want a villain so bad.
Hey, we got
plenty of villains.
We got plenty of villains, and you know,
never have enough. Hey, Batman.
You're right. No, hey, look, your story is only as good as your villain in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
Now bring it in. Bring it in.
I get it, bro. I'm telling you.
Some people on my channel don't believe in that.
Nah, bro. They're tripping. Look, how are you gonna have a dope hero that don't have a dope villain? That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is Batman without the Joker?
Exactly.
You're preaching.
What is Batman without the Joker?
Exactly.
That's why Superman ain't popping like that. Superman's old, right? You know what I'm saying? He cool, but who cares about Lex Luthor? Like, what is he gonna do?
Batman and Spider-Man have the best villains.
Batman is the dopest. Spider-Man is dope because they got dope villains.
They got the best villains.
Oh my
God.
So actually, since we're talking about the villains, we actually do a podcast for these characters that we create, right? And this season we've done 10 episodes for villains exclusively. So we got a whole season on our podcast that we call Villain Season because we do think that's true that, you know, we got the best villains that catapults your heroes into the spotlight.
One of the main villains.
Trespass right there.
My favorite villain besides the Preacher, which I
please get him the Preacher because everybody likes that.
Hold it.
Bam, Trespass. So you get, you know, characters like this in the stories. We tell those stories about the villains and why they become the way they are. And you know, just get a little deeper appreciation for the characters that you learn about. And he's gonna bring out the main one called the Preacher, and it's self-explanatory. When you see the luxuriousness of his hair and the gold watches and all that stuff, you kind of know what the character's about, especially if you're from a community like we are from. So let me see. Come on now.
We should have guts
Find
out
it.
here too.
Find it.
Here we go.
That's
Here we go.
Jack.
King Supreme.
Uh-oh, the anticipation.
Yeah.
The anticipation.
Red
It's
Dragon.
coming. It's coming.
The first
It's
Lumberjack.
coming.
Where is it?
Trespass. Demorier.
Oh my God.
There's the Preacher right there.
Stepped out of Boondocks.
Yeah, straight like that. Straight like that. And there may or may not be some collection plates that can cause you harm. We'll see. We'll see.
Absolutely.
So I mean,
that's how we do, man. We tell these stories. And you know, we just want to make a positive impact out here. Try to entertain some people.
All right, so it's a comic book. So tell us about the artwork. I know you write it. Are you guys drawing it, or you got some other artists?
If I drew it, I couldn't sell it because the artwork is terrible that I do. But we work. That's what Short Fuse Media Group does. They get together the artists and the other creators that we can't do, like the art. And if we need lettering, they would also do that. But you know, I letter all our comics, but all we need is the art. So that's why we came to them. They actually produced Lumberjacks, the first comic. They did everything from the layouts to Morgan wrote it, and then they did everything off of that. They took the script and did the pencils, inks, the colors, and then I lettered them. So,
you know, tell us about Lumberjack, more.
Lumberjacks is
angry. He's angry. He's just mad.
Right. All right. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna let
so yes, Lumberjacks has some anger issues, but it stems from a good spot. Like I wrote an origin novel for him. I don't want to give everything away, but he goes through a lot. You know what I'm saying? He gets a neck piece like he gets his power from the necklace. The necklace his name is Anakori. I got it from the Bible. I ain't gonna give away. You know, I'll just tell you what his name is. There's 6 judges before him that were on Earth. He's the 7th last one. His grandfather actually tells him about the prophecy when he's a little boy. He's 8 years old. Jax goes through some things that make him kind of have a.
He had a bad life. Had a bad life. He got Jason Todd. He got Jason Todd.
To say the least. To say the least. Now I mean, look, I put it to you like this. He's royalty back home in Ethiopia, and he was not royalty when he got to New Orleans.
Ooh.
Just think about where New Orleans' history is, and that should help you figure out what's going on. So he becomes an NFL player. He's a beast. You know what I'm saying? Leads the team to a Super Bowl. Goes through some tragedy. That leads to here. The whole time he's known what his prophecy was, but he has problems accepting the mantle. So in the first comic, you watch him have issues with the mantle, but you also watch police brutality and how people respond to that, because justice means different things to different people. So that's what happens in the first comic.
Man, sound like you got a lot going on, man. Hey, Kate.
Can't put out no light stuff over here, you know what I mean?
Is Kate still selling? She's still selling.
She's still selling.
Kat, can you come over? Can I switch with you?
Yeah, oh man, this is a nice place. What's going on?
They want to talk to you about the comic books.
How's it going?
Yeah, y'all remember her from last year about the car? All right, so you have issue number 5 of Like Father, Like Daughter. Tell us what's going on there. And I know you got some other stuff happening.
We do. All right, so issue 5, your jaw is going to be on the ground. You got it. So
I bought all 5.
Someone actually just came to my table and said, I hate you, because they have to wait for issue 6. And it's like one of the biggest cliffhangers of our series, and there's going to be another one very soon as well that changes the series completely. But honestly, I do like that you get a lot of the characters. So you get to see Casey hanging out with her friends, you get to see Casey with her dad, you get a little bit of Casey's mom in there, so a little bit more of the villains as well in the story. And they call her Dancer. My publisher surprised me with issue 2. We're trying to actually publish that in another indie company and get that into Diamond. So we're almost done finishing that up. And that's, thank you. I'm trying, and that's a psychological story. It's very much about this girl trying to get through her trauma of witnessing her parents dying. And it's really about her, and it's a more mental story, even though it's called The Dancer. You think it's going to be about martial arts and dance. It is, but it's more about her head, more about the psychological aspect.
All right, so last time I saw you, you just told me about your YouTube channel, and I watched it for a year. Tell us what's going on over there, because it seems like you got a nice little following over there.
I do, yeah. So Comic Uno is my YouTube channel. I do a weekly series over there called Comic Uno's Best Comics of the Week. I review about 15 to 20 books a week, ranging from indies to DC to Marvel.
I don't know how you have all the time.
I don't either. I don't. I read all of Wednesday, and I also work for Newsarama, so that helps. So I do work for them, do interviews, and yeah, so that's what I do on Comic Uno. We also have a podcast every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Comic Frontline called Comic Book Weekly, where we discuss our favorite comics of the week and comic book news.
Wow. There's a lot going on, man. I gotta step my YouTube game up. Got a lot happening over there. So you gave me another book yesterday, along with Like Daughter, Like Father. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so The Dancer. So that's going to be the more psychological story.
That was The Dancer?
That's The Dancer, yeah.
That was The Dancer?
Yeah.
See, now, I'm so glad, because I was just about to buy The Dancer from you.
Go get
it. But now I don't have to, because I already got it.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. I got one more. I think I got Danny. You're up, man.
You're up.
You're up. Oh, you gotta tell us about your book, man.
It's American Dreams. It's in 1900 in New York City. It's an alternate timeline. A young immigrant gets caught up in an experiment being done by Thomas Edison. And when that goes horribly awry, he gains superpowers. And we have Houdini. We have Edison, of course. We have J.P. Morgan. We introduce a new character in issue 2, who's from history, who's going to be the series' big villain.
Ooh, okay.
I'm not going to say who it is, but when you read the final page, if you know who this character is, who this person is in history, you're going to flip out.
Wow. So, How many issues do you have so far of it?
2, 3's almost done.
3's almost done. How long we gotta wait for 3?
Hopefully less than for 2. 3 is just needs to be lettered, and I just need to do the lettering pass, send it in for lettering, and it's ready to go.
Oh man, I can't wait. I know people can't wait. So if people can't make it here, where can they find your book, or what other cons you're gonna be at?
You can find it at the Short View store. Issue 2 will be available starting Wednesday morning. My next con will be PalCon in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn stand up, home of Miles Morales. You know what I'm saying? And Captain America and that guy, Steve Rogers. But mostly Miles Morales, all right. All right, so look everybody, this is Short Fuse Media. They done it all. Everybody wave. Don't forget to get Sean. Don't forget to get Sean right there. And Sean, say hi, Sean. Oh,
you're not gonna get Sean, man. You're not gonna get Sean.
All right, y'all. Until next time. Bye.
Get Sean.